So we'll move on to the next, and the next is one I know literally nothing about. I am not going to pretend to be knowledgeable on this. I'm going to let you say your piece about this Stormbreaker, give me some context, and I'm just going to react here with my thoughts after the fact. So why don't you go ahead and explain to me the team Agents of Atlas? And is this the one? Yeah, Agents of Atlas.
Maybe you can put on my screen share again.
Yes, I will do that. Let me give you the floor here. I do have a screenshot of them right now pulled up. I don't know if you can see that. I actually think I have the shot that you're pulling up. Do you want me to just put that up on the screen instead?
I have like another picture over.
Okay, I see you. Let me do. Gotta figure out configuring a screen. Okay. All right, here we go. I got two teams up here. How do I hide this? I don't know how to hide it. I'm just gonna put it away. You guys get to see Tech Pro Burke here. How does he do it?
Do you see my?
Yep, I got you. How does Burke do it?
Right. So the character, this team that is on my screen right now, these are the original Agents of Atlas. They actually exist quite long. They actually exist from the 1970s or something like that.
Oh.
That's how long they are in the comics already. The original team consists of Jimmy Woo, who is already in the MCU. He's played by Randall Park in Ant-Man 2 and now in WandaVision.
Oh. You mean Jim Halpert?
You have
from The Office.
I'm not really familiar with The Office.
Oh, sorry. There was a joke in there.
It's the Asian guy.
Yeah.
The Asian guy. So I don't think they will use this team. But like, there's one character over here that I think they will use, and that's like this Gorilla Man. He's literally called Gorilla Man. I think they will use, but I think they will use Randall Parks, Jimmy Woo, and Gorilla Man as the mentors for the new Agents of Atlas team. And the new Agents of Atlas team, like just recently got introduced in the comics. Oh, I'm going to find a quick picture of them. Yeah. So the whole stick with the new Agents of Atlas that they are all Asian characters.
Okay.
And you know what Marvel is trying to go into the Asian market. You know.
Yep.
China is a big player in like box office numbers and all those things.
It is.
I think with Shang-Chi coming in, having his own movie, I think they will do Agents of Atlas as the sequel of Shang-Chi.
Oh, so that's clever. Okay.
A couple of characters that are on this team is like Shang-Chi. You have Silk, who I think won't be possible with Sony agreements. Then you have Jimmy Woo here in the background.
Right.
You have Amadeus Cho, who was the Hulk at one point, but he has reverted back to his brawn form. He's like Professor Hulk in many occasions.
Is he Hulkling? No, they're Hulkling. Different.
Yeah, Hulkling is a Skrull.
I'm gonna make a bet with you. You don't have to actually make a bet, but I will bet you that they merge those two characters and they make Hulkling Amadeus Cho.
I don't think so. You know why? It's a hybrid of a Kree and a Skrull.
Yeah.
It's like a hybrid. But like the other thing is like Amadeus Cho, the character of Amadeus Cho, before he turned into the Hulk or Brawn, was already a major player on one of the Avengers and like in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Because he's the smartest person in the world. So he's smarter than Tony Stark. He's smarter than Reed Richards.
So I actually think you reinforced this. So here's what I'm going to make a prediction right now, and if I'm right, everybody in the chat owes me $100. You don't have to actually owe me. I will bet you that Amadeus Cho gets introduced in WandaVision. Okay, and I'll bet you that Amadeus Cho gets introduced in WandaVision as a sword agent. Or a sword consultant or something gets introduced in Sword, okay?
And in an alternate timeline.
maybe not, I don't know if it's an altered timeline or not. I'll bet he gets hired by Sword to be a consultant on timelines, like on like space time or whatever. Like he gets basically hired as a consultant for Sword so that they can understand things that they don't quite understand yet, like the multiverse and stuff like that. They hired this kid because he's basically like so intelligent that he's going to understand things they don't know. So I think he gets hired and he gets put on the case in WandaVision, and that's how he gets introduced as the Hulkling, and they're going to make Amadeus Cho Hulkling instead. It's going to be the same character. And then he's going to become is it Wiccan? Is it Wiccan's boyfriend?
It's Wiccan, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how they're going to merge the two characters. Because honestly, like I know they could do both, but I think especially that Shang-Chi has already come out, if they want to go quicker to Agents of Atlas like you're suggesting, we already know that the other guy, what's his name again? From Ant-Man. You were just saying his name.
Yeah, Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo is also going to be in that. So it'd be really easy to put those two together and have Agents of Atlas become like a Sword team that because he'd already be on there, and then you'd have the Hulkling and Amadeus Cho's character merge. You'd have them both in, so you'd have him as Young Avenger and also an Agent of Atlas. I feel like it would be a really good way to build it already.
Yeah, but the only that's I think like I know where you're coming from, but there's a big misconception about people thinking Hulkling is
a Hulk, yeah.
Hulkling isn't a Hulk.
Right.
He's just calling himself Hulkling because he thinks the Hulk is a cool character. Like the Hulkling's powers are shape shifting. He can grow wings where he can fly.
Right.
And he has superhuman strength, but he's no Hulk,
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, and then like.
Yeah.
You don't even need Amadeus Cho to be in his Hulk form, but you need Amadeus Cho, the character.
Yeah.
In the MCU, I think.
Yeah, that's why I think like maybe like it's not a bad idea to merge them, because you make Amadeus Cho the Hulkling, right? So he's a he's a Kree and Skrull. I guess he's in a way a Kree, right? It's Kree and Skrull. You can put them together.
And
but
it's
maybe that's like part of the like he could be like super intelligent, but he's also Kree and Skrull. So it's like, but he's working for Sword, which would make sense because like Sword is picking like already has Skrulls working with Nick Fury. So like I feel like I agree, you're right, there is the misconception, but I think at the same time, if Kevin Feige or like from the like Marvel's studios, they could be like, okay, well, maybe if we put these two characters together now, we can put like, it makes more sense because we can have a little bit less characters, which they're already putting so many characters in the MCU. Maybe we can have a little less characters and this character can cross between the both of them. And then we have like one character that we can develop in WandaVision that set us up for the Young Avengers, for Agents of Atlas, and for future like Sword material and stuff like that. But I do agree what you're saying. Like they could do both just as easily.
Last thing that I'm going to say about this team, you see the character with the bear behind her.
Yes.
So this is a character called Crescent and Io. Crescent is the little girl, and Io is like the hologram.
Yeah.
Like
That looks sick.
He's not a. It's not a hologram. It's like
yeah.
Or, it's like a manifestation of a ghost or something like that.
Yeah.
Character only exists for like a year and a half. If they don't put that character on that team, they'll be pissed because she's so fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she's like so dope.
Oh, are you saying you're worried because it's a ghost and they don't want to lose the China's market?
Yeah, and I was not saying that, but I was just saying if they don't put that character on the team in the movies, I just will be pissed because I think she's cool.
Yeah, I could see like that being an issue. They're worried about it being assumed as like a ghost, which I know that like is something they avoid because of like Chinese superstition. They don't want to miss out on the Chinese market, but I think they can easily work around that. So I don't think that's an issue. I think they could have him in. That does sound like a cool character, so I hope so. All right, so do you have anything else to say on that? Do you think like what would we expect from like a movie like this? Like what kind of like content would we see from a team like this? in a film
I think
or series.
yeah, I think the movie will just be called Shang-Chi and the Agent of Atlas. It will be his
Oh, that'd be fun.
sequel. I think like yeah, a plot that they could follow is like Agents of Atlas having to go on this because they are not really like they are super beings, but they are not really like super duper strong. You
Right.
know, they could have like these underground level villains that they have to come up against and things like that. But they won't go up ahead these Ultrons, these Lokis. That
Yeah.
they are just not the right fit for villains like those.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, you could even make like the Mandarin like the villain of that if because you did say it's an all Asian
Yeah.
cast, so maybe like have it take place over like have it like don't leave your setting, like actually have it take place in like China or somewhere in Asia, and then like actually have like the Mandarin the villain, since the Mandarin's already getting set up in Shang-Chi. It would make sense to do something like
can
that.
have the Mandarin can have the Mandarin just being the villain of the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
There's so many
Yeah.
stories you can do with that character.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
that would be really cool. Yeah, I think especially like if Shang-Chi like gets introduced to Sword and then he's like, "Hey, we need like who do you have any other agents from Sword that can help me out?" And then not Amadeus Cho. I keep blanking on his name. You keep telling me and I keep forgetting his name. The dude from Ant-Man. Um uh,
Jimmy Woo.
what is it
Jimmy Woo.
again?
Jimmy Woo.
Okay, so yeah, so we'd have him and like he would get like assemble like the people that they have on the sword base that's in wherever in Asia they choose to go. It would make sense if they're having Shang-Chi take place in China. Maybe they have like it'd probably be like their Chinese sword base, whatever. And then they have like the team that works there, like their super team that's planted there teams up with Shang-Chi, and then they go and like so that's why he like brings the team. So that'd be really cool. So